I'm not here because I'm a director who wanted to make a movie. I'm here because 17 years ago I came to this country and fell in love with its people and learned about its history, and in doing so realized how little I actually knew in my early 20s about the world. And so this country for me has been was my awakening, and my son changed my life. Becoming a Cambodian family changed my life. So there was never a plan we should make this movie. It's just I became a filmmaker, and one day I thought, what story do I feel is really important to tell? And I felt that this war that happened 40 years ago and what happened to these people was not properly understood. And not just for the world, but for the people of the country. I felt that I wanted them to be able to reflect on it in a way that they could absorb. So it's through the eyes of a child, and it's a lot about love.
Do you think, though, this nation is ready for that? It's
I hope so. Yes, I do. I wouldn't have, when I first started coming here, there's so much has changed. You know, when many people spoke about this 15, 20 years ago, you know, since it happened, there are many people denying the history or saying it wasn't as bad, or trying to, of course, many people want to forget, or it's just, you know, it's the horrors of war, and you just simply... I
mean, it's interesting you say that, you know, this is a country which is very much part of your own personal journey. Do you think that in many ways you've come full circle? You know, your humanitarian work started here, you became a mother here, that perhaps this is some sort of crossroads for you, and it's come back here?
Yeah. I'll always be very grateful to this country, and I hope I've given back as much as it's given me. I don't think I ever could give back as much as this country's given me. You wrote a New York Times op-ed piece a few weeks ago, and you spoke about having a truly international family. You said that the refugee policy should be about fact, not fear. Mm-hmm. You also said that we shouldn't be departing from our values. Can you tell me what you meant by that? It's funny, isn't it? Some questions seem so obvious, don't they? You know, it's these things we talk about, and we hear them spoken about often now. You know, what are our values? I value human life equally, every single individual life. I don't separate people by race, color, religion, and if I do, it's because I celebrate the diversity in the world.
But we are seeing this rise of populist leaders right around the world. Do you think it's creating a more intolerant society?
This is an old trick, and we should know better to fall for it. And I see it rising, and the only thing I can do is to use my voice and encourage others and raise my children to know right and wrong, and to have a broad view of the world, and to embrace their diversity and other people's, and respect others. And I think that's all we can do now, is each and every person, each one of your listeners, we all just have to be the best of ourselves. If not now more than ever, we really have to rise up and find our rational center, our who are we and what do we stand for, and we know it. We know what's right and wrong.
If I take it back to your film is about family and loss. I understand this is a very sensitive issue. We know that an incident occurred which led to your separation. We also know you haven't said anything about this, but would you like to say something?
Only that I don't want to say very much about that, except to say it was a very difficult time, and we are a family, and we will always be a family, and we will get through this time and hopefully be a stronger family for it.
But can I ask how you're coping?
Many people find themselves in this situation, and these kind of my family, we've all been through a difficult time. And it's not, my focus is my children, our children, and it is, and my focus is finding this way through. And as I said, we are and forever will be a family. And so that is how I'm coping. I'm coping with finding a way through to make sure that this somehow makes us stronger and closer.
This film is a combination of passions, filmmaking as an art, your humanitarian work. In, say, 5 years' time, where would you like to see yourself? Where do you think you'll be?
5 years' time. Do I have all teenagers?
You have all teenagers at that stage.
That stage, I hope, just standing. Yeah, in 5 years' time, I would like to be traveling around the world visiting my children, hoping that they're just happy and doing really interesting things. And I imagine in many different parts of the world, and I'll be supporting them. And everything I do, I hope, is that I represent something, and I represent the right things to my children and give them the right sense of what they're capable of, and the world as it should be seen, not through the prism of Hollywood or through a certain kind of life, but really take them into the world where they have a really good sense and become rounded people.
What do you really want to do when you wake up first thing in the morning?
Get through the day. It's been a difficult few months. Right now I'm going through a moment where there's just everybody's in my room. So there's 2 hamsters and 2 dogs and 2 children at the moment.
Oh wow.
So it's wonderful, but yeah. So usually I just wake up trying to figure out who's going to get the dog out, who's going to start the pancakes, and did anybody brush their teeth.